Thank you so much for the introduction, Chart. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elmarie, and I head up the Synthesis Academy. The demand for skills in South Africa, and in particular skills in emerging technologies, is constantly growing. We've been alluding to this pretty much all through this presentation. In 2018, Synthesis decided to take a more deliberate and focused approach to continuing our own skill sets within the organization. And that is how Synthesis Academy was born to be the critical skills factory. We were tasked with building knowledge in the fastest, most efficient way, especially in technologies that are new, scarce, or not well understood in the marketplace. So pretty much all the technology that we work with. Very quickly, we realized that our customers faced very similar challenges, and we decided in the spirit of co-creation to extend our course offerings to them also. And so the commercial arm of the Synthesis Academy was born. Initially, we set out to create an ecosystem of learning interventions that draw on best-of-breed training from existing training providers, both online and face-to-face, and by creating our own training programs that will build real-world practical ability. We wanted to be clear on what our approach and our underlying philosophy was. You've already seen our very impressive array of certifications and qualifications. They serve as a universally recognized measurement of our abilities. But as Daryl has already mentioned, practical competence is equally important to us. Competence is defined as the ability to do something successfully and efficiently. It's not just about knowing and understanding the theory, but being able to apply that knowledge in a variety of different situations and being able to synthesize it with existing knowledge and eventually create new frameworks and points of reference. That's called innovation. So to build competence in the fastest, most efficient way possible, we've steeped our programs in adult learning methodology. In practical terms, that means our courses have to be immersive, experiential, and story-based. Our Jetpack series, for instance, is based on real-life use cases, and where we present this to our customers, it is deeply steeped in their technology stacks and their specific environment. We gamify our programs through scoreboards and badges, but we also find engaging online platforms rather than just through traditional Teams or Zoom delivery. That has become very popular. Our programs are built by actual builders, all the people Chart have just spoken about. We don't just want to give our participants theory, but we want to draw on the extensive experience and the real world new of the foremost experts in our industry. We then overlay all of this amazing quality information with good learning methodology, so that this completely overwhelming tech becomes accessible, easy to understand, and ultimately useful. So what does our philosophy mean for our customers? Well, for them, it means that they can implement faster and more efficient tech journeys. The IDC study that Daryl referred to earlier on also conducted a separate study that showed, for instance, that cloud adoption was 80% faster where customers had comprehensive training plans. Where teams are trained in the real-world application of their tools, they're almost 5 times more productive and less likely to make mistakes. This obviously reduces time fixing errors, but more importantly, minimize risk, especially in areas such as high availability, security, and data protection. It's really important for a customer's technology team to understand the technology they want to implement. When they do, they're able to apply the correct technology to the correct problem, or at least have a fluent conversation with their service provider. We know from our experience that informed conversations lead to far more robust, innovative business solutions for our customers. One of our best-selling academy programs is called Cloud Economics for Executives, where we invite senior leadership from across the customer's business, and most specifically from non-technology teams, to become fluent in the vocabulary, the objectives, and the risks of implementing cloud technology. By understanding their role in the cloud world and how it will impact their operations, business teams actually create buy-in and then efficiency into the cloud technology journeys that are ultimately driven by their IT partners. Training is a really great way for Synthesis to position ourselves as the subject matter experts in these emerging technologies. It opens the door to more consulting work and a far closer relationship as a trusted advisor to our customers. But obviously, we don't just focus on our customers. We're also deeply committed to ensuring our own employees are absolutely at the forefront of this new technology. We provide meaningful, challenging learning paths that are based on both an individual's role in the company as well as the technology that they are exposed to. This means we can develop our teams with broad and appropriate skill sets that allow them to cross-function, but also be mobile between different projects or clients. Our developers are more than just coders. They very often have to be customer relationship managers, conflict resolution specialists, expectation management experts, and sometimes even lead teams. So we make sure we equip them with a range of leadership skills, including things like communication skills, how to decode the corporate political environment at a client, how to deal with difficult conversations, and even entrepreneurial thinking. These human skills, more than just our technical ability, is what makes our customers want to work with us. Of course, better skilled team members lead to faster, more customer-focused delivery and the ability to see opportunities and capitalize on it. This in turn means closer customer relationships for us and more interesting and more profitable projects. And meaningful, interesting, and exciting projects is a great way to develop, retain, and deeply engage our best assets, our people. But what makes the Academy special? How are we different? Well, we believe that our practical role-based approach builds skill faster and far more efficiently and relevantly than any generic training course could. We don't want to compete with online providers because we believe that our facilitators and their experience are part of what accelerates learning in our classrooms, whether those classrooms are face-to-face or virtual. We don't offer public courses, but rather present to specific or teams in the organizations where we are already working on projects so that we can customize our content to their world, to their technology, and to their specific challenges. Our content is obviously based on real-life expertise, steeped in best practice by people who have learned from many mistakes and who have a real passion for developing others. I've already mentioned that we underpin our content with proper adult learning expertise. I am one of the few non-technical experts in synthesis, but my background is in really understanding people development, learning methodology, and leadership development. That means that when we say we entrench our learning, we really do it using the best learning thought leadership and proven people tools. Synthesis already has a strong reputation in the market for both our products and our services. We believe that we can now add our Academy learning offerings to that reputation. We're not just saying this. Quick example is that we recently had one of our digital programs around cloud economics that was part of a compulsory learning module for all cloud team members at a leading bank. You've already seen a list of our qualifications, but I just wanted to give you a quick reminder that these technology certifications are not the only ones that we support at Synthesis. Because we believe that we are more than just tech, we actually offer consulting services and we want to be a whole lot more. We encourage and offer a range of other programs as well, things like testing methodologies, things like project management, things like good old-fashioned coding languages. We offer all of those and support our employees to work through those as part of their individualized learning plans. I'm sure you've been waiting for this slide, exactly what our course offering is. This is a quick snapshot overview of what our clients can see. In addition to our self-designed programs, which I've already spoken about a little bit, we are also accredited to resell some of our partners' classroom-based training. In our ecosystem of learning, we don't want to reinvent the wheel, but we want to use things that already exist and work and use that to build on top of it. One of our most exciting opportunities still lie in the area of learning paths and consulting on this to our customers. When we design the technology journey, like Daryl has already spoken about, we don't just want to leave it at that. We actually want to build a customized learning path with that supports the technology journey and equips the customer's team with the right skills at the right level at the right time. Working closely with not just the tech team, but sometimes also with our customers' learning and development teams or HR teams means we can actually embed these learning journeys in their performance appraisal systems, which creates long-term value, longevity, and sustainability in the way that they look at these new technologies for themselves. The Synthesis Academy may be small, but we think we've done some pretty big things so far. You can see our history on this slide, and you'll see that the global pandemic has obviously had a profound effect on learning in the workplace, not just here, but really globally. We've seen shifts away from the longer, more traditional 1, 2, or 3-day classroom-based trainings to short and sharp virtual learning interventions. In particular, we've seen a very big uptake in e-learning as organizations have been protecting their learning budgets while people have been working from home. But we are seeing a shift back to this idea of instructor-led training, which is far more interactive and has far better learning outcomes necessarily than online than e-learning. Having to reshift or refocus some of our learning methodology has really allowed us to explore new delivery platforms, interesting collaboration toolkits, new practical activities and new ways to entrench learning. And obviously, where we have done it for ourselves, we have also rolled it out to our customers. But like with other organizations, we have also had a far better focus on ourselves in this last year. And so you can see that in addition to the host of new certifications that we can show for the last year, we've also placed a real emphasis on upskilling our teams internally through the things we know we do well, sharing our knowledge, building skill sets within the culture that we have. That is a really, really special thing and that we are very deliberate about. And so you can see the training hours here do not represent any of the training hours put towards formal certifications, but rather only the training hours that were aimed at business and the so-called soft skills that we have prioritized. And we think that was a great way for us to keep our employees engaged while working from home, while continuing to embed the very special workplace culture that we have here at Synthesis. So what's next? Well, we will continue to sell our rapid emerging technology training to our clients using our existing services, projects, and expertise to sell that and to support them so that they can become the creators of their own journeys. We continue to include and market our partners' training programs so that we can build not just skill, but also build relationships between us and our partners and our customers. Our learning paths ensure advancement, growth, and meaningful work for our own employees, which in turn we know leads to innovative thinking and entrepreneurship. A big focus for us this year is our leadership development program aimed at developing leadership across all levels of our organization, deepening our people skill sets and promoting excellence in our relationships with our customers. The World Economic Forum's report on the future of jobs has confirmed that it's not only our technology skills that will drive us forward, but also our ability to show leadership, to collaborate, to communicate effectively, and to think creatively. The Academy is here to answer exactly that call. Thank you very much for joining me in this quick walkthrough of the Synthesis Academy. We've talked a lot about innovation and entrepreneurial thinking, and I think that this approach is embodied in the title Chief Disruption Officer